excited. I have 3 projects I want to do. I just couldn't decide on one. So I'm going to do one that's has a little bit more to it, and 2 that are just a little bit more simple. So I'll start with the simple ones and we'll work our way up. Everything that I'm making today, I'm making basically with a few additions, of course, on the inspiration box for this month. So we will start out with taking a look at some of the items in the box.
Michelle says hi.
Hi, Michelle. Oh, I feel like it's going down. Does it look like it's sinking to you?
No.
Okay, well, here's hoping. Okay, so always the inspiration box comes with a stamp set and a coordinating die. And they're always amazing. And they're always this nice big 6x8 size. And this month is called Fall Festival. You can see it's got these cute little scarecrows. You've got your pumpkins, your pumpkin patch. I don't know. I just think this is the cutest little stamp. And then you've got the single pumpkin and all these cute phrases and a bunch of leaves. And then these dies really, I am really impressed by the way that Brutus Monroe dies fit around the images. I think that they are amazing, and I played with them in preparation, so I'll show you what I die cut, and you'll be able to see what a good job that they do. I think they're really easy to line up, and that's saying a lot. Okay, and now I'll also show you some of the cards that come in to the kit. You'll probably see little missing bits and pieces. And I don't have the full kit this time. I usually do, but I don't. I just have, I got it ahead of time, so everything wasn't quite ready yet. So there may be additions of ribbon and sequin and stuff. I'm not exactly sure, but I will show you the basics. So these are the conversation clippings. These you can expect in every inspiration box.
Say hi.
Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Jen. And these are some of my favorite things. I'm just going to move this over a little bit, and then it'll help me stay centered. These I have, okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one, but I struggle sometimes with the little sentiments, getting them to stamp just right or to stamp straight or whatever. And so I really appreciate all of these conversation clippings. And you can just cut them, or I may show you a trick later. You'll have to wait and see. But they always come in black and white, which is very, very nice. And there's tons. Look how many there are on a card. So I love those. Oh, and I should mention that both these and the card panels are printed with toner ink. So if you've tried foiling, and if you're familiar with foiling, the foil with the heat foiling will stick to the toner. So you can do all kinds of fun things as far as that goes. So this month we've got these 4 designs. Let me grab them all. I love every one of them. You've got your sunflowers. You may have seen, this has been featured on our Facebook. Beautiful card by Annette. We've got this cute little pumpkin and the trees, which I love. We are going to use this one today. And then this really pretty, just kind of foliage one. What, honey?
Marianne says she likes the black sentiment.
Marianne, I like the black sentiments too. I like both. I use them both probably just as much as each other, but it's nice to have an option, isn't it? Okay, so let's make our first card. And I told you we're going to use this.
Michelle says she needs tips on cutting the clippings. She's somewhat an aggressive cutter.
Oh, Michelle, I have a treat for you today. I'll show it to you. We'll do this one first just because you said that. So we're going to make a card with this tree. Oh, I didn't even show you the paper. This is something new that Brutus Monroe has started doing. They've started including some pattern paper in the boxes. And this paper is so cute. Look at that. I love the fall rainbows. And then you've got, and those are totally on trend. You've got these cute pumpkins, and you've got just kind of a fun basic fall. And then I really like this one. We're going to make a card with this today too. And this cute little banner. So your box is loaded. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. I love the inspiration box. It's one of my very favorite things I look forward to. Okay, So we're going to go ahead. Oh, and I don't know if they do. I believe the card bases come in there too. So we're just going to make a really basic, fast card using our panel. And I will show you, I cut it down. This is the size that it comes in. And I cut it down to 3 3/4 by 5. If you have watched me much at all, you'll know that I just really like to mat my cards. I have a hard time not matting them because I just really like the way it just kind of polishes it up and makes it look so nice and finished. So we're going to use some Simon Hurley ink today. I've got Traffic Cone, Grrr, Crown Me, and Remember Me. And feel free to interrupt me, Darren, if I talk too much.
Will do.
And we will start with, let's do Guppy. And this is so simple. You could leave this just like this and it's gorgeous. You could foil it. You could use your aqua pigments with it. You could do whatever, but we're just going to add a little bit of color to ours. And I'm just using some blending brushes and just a little bit of Simon Hurley ink. Look how easy. And I think it looks so pretty. I think these are awesome cards. I love them. I could buy a pack of just those and go to town for a long time. Okay, let's do some of the Crown Me. Got some purple in there. I think I'll add a little bit over here too, just for fun. And trust me, this card is so fast and so easy. You can make a whole bunch of these really, really quickly. This color is Traffic Cone. And let's use some Grrr and some Remember Me. Super simple. Let's try our Remember Me.
That's Grrr.
Oh, you're right. This is Grrr. Thanks, Darren. Isn't it nice? It's great to have him watching out for me. We're just going with some softer colors, and I kind of like that for our fall colors here. I think I want just a little bit more of our Grrr. And we'll go back in and get the ones we missed. Let's do a little bit more of our Guppy. And maybe... like this one's our best bet. Okay, super simple. Look at that. Took me less than 5 minutes, I think, to do that. And I think it looks really cool. So now, let's add a little bit of ribbon to that. And I am just about to show you a cool trick. Okay, so this month there's a die that was just released. I have.
That's awesome.
Isn't that fun and so simple? It's this die is mine is the sample, so yours will be in prettier packaging. But this is called Fence Builder, and it's got all of these fun little pieces to create a fence post. And your these can go across, and then you can put your post going this way, which we will do on our last card today. But what I discovered today, I'm really excited to share this with you. Wasn't it Michelle that said she needed tips on cutting out the strips? Darren?
Yes.
Okay, so what I figured out was this one and this one. These are just the right width, these little fence posts, to use with your sentiments. So if you are like me and you have a hard time cutting them exactly straight, this is a tip you will love. So I just went in and got it all lined up and taped it and went ahead and die cut it. And then I just cut the edge off. And so that's how I got this, a Festival of Fall color. And then I took this fence post and I just cut it out of black and punched a hole in the end. And that size is perfect for a mat. Now, of course, some of the sentiments will be too long and some of them might even be too short. But if they're short, you can always cut the post down a little bit. But we're going to use this for a tag to connect to our ribbon.
Michelle says that's fantastic.
Isn't that awesome, Michelle? I was so excited when I figured that out. I was like, oh, that will make my life so easy. I'm all about that. Okay, let me take some of my glue and we will just attach our sentiment to our mat. Okay. Now, I don't have a hack for getting it exactly straight, so that part, I wish I could tell you. You could probably tell me. But I just kind of eyeball it, to be honest with you. Okay, close enough. And now let's go ahead and get some ribbon. Do we want to put it around both? No, we're just going to put it around the tree part, I think. So now we can just take our little tag and thread it through our ribbon.
Christine said, I like having tools I can use for multiple things. Fence posts, sentiment frames, it's all fun.
I agree. I am with you. I like to get the most bang out of my supplies as I can. Okay, so I'm going to try something here. You probably already know this trick, but just in case you don't, these dental flossers are amazing for getting ribbon through little holes. And I think I want to thread both sides so it's a little easier to tie the bow. And the bow, I think, will lay better if I have both of them through. So you just thread your ribbon through the loop and pull, and it just pulls it through for you. Okay, so that will make it easier for us to tie a bow. Actually, I think I want to go this way. And just don't tie it very tight to start so that you can kind of move it around a little bit. Okay. Now I just need to trim out our edges. I usually just do mine at an angle. If I get thicker ribbon, sometimes I'll put a little point in there, a little jag in the middle. And let me just stick my little flosser thing back in there or I will lose it. Okay. So now,
you're full of great hacks today.
Oh, why, thank you, Michelle. So we will just, I think that is just fine the way it is. Let's just attach it, and I think we might put a little something on the other edge of that so that it goes across straight. I'm just going to use some of my Easy Tear tissue tape. I sometimes like to just kind of line up the ribbon, make sure it's straight, and use the tape over that just so it kind of helps the ribbon stay put. Okay, and we need a little bit over here. Okay. Michelle, your books that you've been working on are beautiful. I've been seeing them pop up on the Brutus Monroe fan page. If you're not familiar with the Brutus Monroe fan page, that's a great place to go and see different creations that people have created with the Brutus Monroe products. You should check it out if you haven't. But yeah, Michelle, those are beautiful. You're doing a ton of them. They are awesome. All right, let's see if I can kind of get it at least.
Donna says hi.
Hi, Donna.
Joseph, thank you. I love when they turned out.
You are very welcome. Okay, let me see if I can. This tape is really good tape. It's really sticky, but that also means you have to kind of commit once you start pushing it down. You are definitely committed. Okay, I think we'll just put a little glue dot on that. Other side. Just so it stays fairly straight. Oh, did the glue dot come off?
Says hi.
Hi, Donna.
Both Donnas today. Jackie says hi.
Hi, Jackie. We got both of our Donnas. We got Jackie. I really enjoy doing these, you guys. It's always fun to visit with you guys. Okay, so now we've pretty much got our card. You know, I have to put a couple of little epoxy dots on there because it just seems like a good idea to me. Let's see what I've got in my drawer. Do I have any black ones in here? I do. I will say it's nice to have everything in the same room. It makes for much easier lives.
Marlene says hello.
Who did?
Marlene.
Hi, Marlene. Thanks for joining us. So I'm hoping this weekend to start decorating for fall. Has anybody else got their fall decorations up? Am I the last person to do it?
Donna asked, how's the new house?
Donna, we are loving our new house. We you know, there's still lots of things we're working on. We're still just, there's a lot of little refinements that need to be made, but we're enjoying the process. It's going to take some time to get everything just how we want it, but we are really happy here. Probably would have been easier if I had folded that first, but it works. Okay, so now we can put our little epoxy dots on there. And really, I think that's about it.
Michelle says the decorate for Halloween first, then fall.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I know I said it last time, but I'll say it again. I'm really hoping we get some trick-or-treaters this year. I feel like we're in more of an area where we would get trick-or-treaters. All of the trick-or-treaters where we used to live used to go everywhere else. Nobody stuck around. They went to greener pastures.
Jen says love it.
Oh, thank you.
Says beautiful. Marlene says very pretty.
Ah, thanks, you guys. Okay, there we go. 1 down, 2 to go.
Jackie says she's decorated for both fall and Halloween.
Jackie, that's kind of what I do too. And then I just take down some things, and I do more of the pumpkins and fall things, but I do have some Halloween stuff too.
Donna and Kelly said love the card.
Oh, thank you, Donna. Thank you, Kelly.
Donna says twiggy trees are her favorite.
You know what, Donna? I like twiggy trees too. I seem to like trees in general anyway. I just think trees are so beautiful. Okay, so this is going to be a super simple, super quick card. This paper is the pattern paper that was in the kit. We're just going to jazz it up just a little bit with some ink. I'm just going to go, you know, do I want to use that or do I want to use that? Let me try something here. First, I think we're going to flick it. Let me grab my...
I love you that your inking technique could be used in stamp images too.
Just say that one more time.
She said you love that your inking technique could be used on stamp images as well.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's a nice, easy way to jazz things up. Okay, so we're going to use... This is the Chroma Mist. It comes in with a nozzle in it. But I'm going to take it out for a minute because I want to do some splattering. Actually, I'm going to put the nozzle right back in for a second and shake it up. Just because some of the pretty shiny stuff is down at the bottom. There we go. Okay, so let me just set the nozzle down. I'll just set it in here. And then I'm just going to take a paintbrush. And I am just going to hit it with my finger.
What color is that?
This is called cider. And Chroma Mist, I'm telling you what, if you haven't tried it out yet, you need to, because this stuff is so versatile. You'll use it all the time once you start. And see, I just wanted it to be just a little less formal, I guess. I just kind of, I don't know exactly, kind of made it a little more rustic doing it this way. And now, I'm just going to wipe off my brush so I don't get it on anything. And I think what I'll do is, I think I'll just use a little bit of Grrr around the edges. So I just want to go lightly. I don't want a whole lot, just a tiny little bit, just to soften the edges a little bit. I'm going to set it down, it's a little easier. And I'm not going in heavy-handed. I'm just kind of lightly giving it a little bit more of a worn look, I guess. A little bit of antiquing or something. But I want it to still have that pretty white coming through. So I will just lightly, it may not even show on camera. I'm just kind of, like I said, softening the edges a little bit. But I kind of focus more on two corners. I think that will do for that. And then I think we'll go ahead and just mount that on this. I'm going to grab a piece of, this is the Stamp Grid mat. I'll show it to you in a second.
Michelle, that's how it's been like in school.
Michelle, we have had quite a time getting Benji into new school. He starts hopefully on Monday because we've had a hard time getting his records where they needed to go, and we need to get him a couple of shots. We thought we had everything under control with his immunizations, but they're requiring a couple that I guess they don't have a record of. So
immunizations changed in Texas. He needed an extra.
I guess they're a little bit different from Arizona. So as far as the immunization requirements. So this is the grid mat, or the stamp mat. Stamp grid mat. There we go. And these are super affordable. They come in a package. I can't even remember how many. Let me look and see. 25 sheets. And I mean, you can even use it for a while if you're not doing anything super wet. But it's nice, especially for right now. I can't see on the black. I'm having a hard time being able to see where to line things up. So it's definitely helping me for that. You can just, you can even just use some like washi tape and tape it to your glass mat if you have a glass mat. But I forget to use them sometimes, but I'm glad I have them. Okay, so let me just get this little guy on there. And we'll be pulling out the Grrr again in a second because I want to go around our little sentiment as well. And again, this is a really simple card. It's going to come together really quickly. So hopefully you'll stick with me for the last one. The last one.
Wagon cardstock?
Nope. This is, I want to say Macchiato. I'm not sure how to say it, but it's a really pretty brown. Okay, so now this is when I'm going to get my ribbon out because we're going to do it behind both the mat and the card. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, do I want to do it that way or this way? I think we'll do it this way. Well, I was going to, but let me see. I kind of need to lay it out a little bit before I decide. I think we're going to want the ribbon on the side. You know, I always have to just kind of play with things and go from there. We could do it underneath, but I think it'll lay better to the side. So we're going to do the side. Hope you all enjoyed that little moment of decision making. That's kind of how we do this sometimes. Designing on the fly. Okay, so I'm just going to get our little bow tied. So yeah, we're still, we just got a fridge like last week. So it's been kind of like we were camping. It's been a little bit crazy. This whole move has been just a little insane, but we are functioning much better now. We're hoping to get a table and some dressers and some bookshelves, and that will help a lot. Okay, so it's a little tricky because our doily is going to take up most of the front of this card. Ah, I pulled too hard. Let's see if I can. There we go. So I'm just going to see if I can.
Love that paper.
Isn't that pretty paper? I love it too. So yeah, we're going to have to put the knot all the way to the edge. And when you do it, be careful. See how I pulled too hard? It kind of hurt my cardstock a little bit, but thankfully the ribbon will kind of mask that. But just a heads up, took that bullet for you, so you can avoid that. Okay, so we're gonna put one of our felt doilies on there, and I love these felt doilies. I told you that last week. They just make everything so pretty. Okay, so we're just gonna throw that on there. And then I've got a sentiment around here somewhere. There it is. So the Hello Fall is from the stamp set that was in the inspiration kit. It's right here. And we're just going to go around the edges of that with our Grrr. Again, I'm just trying to soften it up just a little bit. And I'm not going to be super precise. Yeah, good enough. And then we are going to, oh, by the way, if you don't have circle dies, how are you functioning, first of all? And second of all, Brutus Monroe carries circles, squares, and rectangles, and they are really, really good to have. And also, if you haven't been seeing our Instagram and Facebook posts, check them out. A lot of really amazing cards have been made lately with the new Evergreen Builder dies, which have the nesting sizes as well. And those are, you could probably tell from the name of them, they're evergreen trees. And they just are amazing. I'm loving seeing what people are coming up with. It's amazing what just changing out paper and colors can do. Okay, so now we can mount that onto our card base. And Brutus Monroe does sell card bases that you can buy. I just want to decide if I want to put this on dimensions, put dimensions on it or not. Foam squares, I mean. I think we'll just use the tape. But yeah, those card bases, those are a time saver. And I struggle with scoring. I know it's some of the most basic things are a challenge for me, like stamping the straight line, cutting straight. I have Taylor from Tailored Expressions. She shared a tip at the Create Your Own Ending event that helped a lot with the cutting straight. And that is, I'll have to show you. But, yeah, sometimes those basic things are some of the trickiest ones. Okay, I think we got it. I'm gonna move it out so you can see it. And that was so super simple. You could totally do more to that. You could add, I did grab some sequins. I can't remember which inspiration box these ones were from, but I'm not even sure we need them. Maybe a couple.
Jackie says she loves it. Dove says pretty. Dean says adorable.
Aw, thank you guys. You guys always make me feel so good. Okay, so I am a fan of glue dots on sequins, just because if I can find them small enough, it just makes it easy. Otherwise, I just don't have the patience sometimes, I guess, to wait for the glue to dry. I should.
Need some of those felt doilies.
Oh my gosh. And they're not expensive at all. They are just cute. They're just like the right thing sometimes. I love these felt doilies. I think they come in 4 or 5, maybe 5 colors. I know there's purple, there's charcoal, there's like a stone color, there's a burgundy, and then there's the orange. So I think there's 5. I may have forgotten one, but I think I got them all. Done. Super simple. Again, like what, 5-minute card?
There's 6. Cranberry, wheat.
Oh, wheat. I forgot wheat. So yeah, there are 6 different colors. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit more involved, but I did all of the coloring ahead of time because that would take the whole time otherwise. But look at all these cute little images. Now, this set of pumpkins that you're looking at is not the pumpkins. These are not the pumpkins that come with this stamp set. So these pumpkins right here are the ones that come with the stamps from the inspiration box. But I wanted lots of pumpkins. So I used the Happy Harvest stamp set. And this one I believe has a die as well, but I didn't have a die, so I just fussy cut it. But I liked this one because it gave me just a little bit longer path. And I just liked the scale for what we're doing. So we're going to use our fence builder. I went ahead and stamped my sentiment ahead of time. And we're going to go ahead and let's just make some sky first. Let's ink this up a little bit. I don't want to leave it white. So we're going to use some of the Clear Skies ink. Who said that?
Kelly.
Kelly, I love those pumpkins too. Aren't they fun?
Yes, that's so cute.
I love these images. It's such a fun box. And I'm just doing a little bit of ink, nothing really major. You could use the cloud Build-A-Scene stencil if you wanted to. I don't think you're going to see a ton of the sky, so I just am keeping it simple. But I just don't want there to be a lot of white in the background. Oh, Donna, isn't it cute? I love scarecrows anyway. Those are my favorite Halloween decoration, I think.
Kelly said they keep ordering more stuff to make with them.
You know what? It's understandable. There's so many fun. The fall releases, well, frankly, all of the releases, but the fall releases and the Christmas releases so far have been amazing. And don't you love when you find something and it just inspires you to create more? That's the best. Okay, so I'm not even going to go all the way around it. I just want to give just a little bit of sky to it. And now we are going to put our fence down first. So what we need to decide is if we want these boards to go behind it or in front of it. Well,
what paper did you use?
This is the aged Wagon. The other paper was the Perfect Blend paper. So one thing I do want to do just to make things easy, let me just find a ruler really quick. I say really quick, I don't have a really handy. Okay. I just want to have something to kind of help me line up where we put our fence posts. So I think if we start, maybe, I think we need to start lower. Maybe down there. Let's see how that lays with the, I don't want it to interfere with the sentiment. So we need to figure out, let's see if 2 works. I think that will work. Okay, so we're gonna line it up about right there. And I think I will just, let me get that first one down and we'll go from there. I think for this, glue is probably gonna be easier. And honestly, I don't know if we're even gonna see the, yeah, I guess we will see a little bit of it. So I will put that on there. But I think I'll do it on the top just because it'll be easier.
Alternate and Jack says agree.
Alternate front and back?
I was looking up your.
Let's see.
But it didn't have the list, so I missed it.
Let's see. You know, I'm going to put one where I want them all. So you're not going to see this anyway. But just to make it easy.
Said yeah, front to back.
Let's check it out. Just trying to scoot it over. This glue is drying faster than I want it to. Usually I can move it a little bit, but it's...
So it says little post over the vertical.
Little post what?
The little post over the vertical. Or the horizontal, I think she meant.
Let me see where my scissors went. There they are. So I kind of missed. There we go. Okay, I just had to trim the edge a little bit. So I'm gonna do this going this way. I think I still am a little higher than I want to be. That's the real trick, is just getting everything lined up. I think that's pretty good. And you probably don't have to be super precise. I'm probably being overly precise. And as far as the other strip goes right there, the only thing about alternating them is I have to get it glued down. So I'm not sure if I want to do that. I might just glue it down and be done with it. Does that make sense? So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And it will help me to kind of measure out where to place the posts.
Mary says hi.
Hi, Mary. Okay, we're gonna put it about right there. And like I said, I mean, a lot of this is gonna get covered up with our pumpkins and our scarecrow. So I'm not super worried about it. I'm just gonna spray this and clean this off a little bit because I got glue on my mat. Okay, I'm gonna use my microfiber cloth. If you guys need something good for your craft room to keep things clean, these are amazing. All right, so I think the best way to line these up is going to be, and you will find out fast with me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm going to do one on each side and one in the middle and build from there.
Jackie says she's a squeaky clean on everything in her craft room with the microfiber cloth.
Oh, I love Squeaky Clean, and I love the microfiber. That Squeaky Clean, I am a fan. Did you see, I don't know what's left, but earlier today I received an email that there were dollar deals going on today, and there was some Squeaky Clean on there. There was 2 different kinds that I saw. I have to say I jumped on that quickly. But at $1, I can't imagine that stuff is sticking around for very long, so.
Mary said no need to be sorry, nobody ties a bow better.
Oh, you are so sweet, Mary. Thank you.
Hello?
Who did?
Karen?
Hi, Karen. So this fence is going to be a lot like a fence I would build in real life. It probably will be crooked and not completely evenly spaced, but that's okay. Especially because it's kind of Halloween, fall, you kind of get crooked things work. So do we want more posts? I think we do. I think we need some more posts. We'll just fill in the gaps. Really, I guess I just need to glue it. It's probably easier to do it this way. Okay. One more little post and we'll have our fence built. Okay, now we have a fence to build on. So now, let's put our pumpkins down, I think. I think we'll put our little scarecrow.
Michelle said you got the blue slush squeaky clean for $1 today.
I did too. Isn't that awesome? I love that one, and I got the Sour Patch Kid one too. The Squeaky Clean. That is killer dill. So you can see I use both sides of my paper. If I make a mistake, I just flip it over. What was that?
Karen said cute.
Thanks, Karen. So I think we'll give our pumpkins a little bit of dimension here. I don't know that this guy needs it so much. I'm going to just use tissue tape on him.
Donna says Sour Patch is her favorite.
Sour Patch is really good. I love so many of them. I have to be honest. I enjoy a lot of the squeaky clean scents. Okay. Now let's get our pumpkins on there. Isn't that scarecrow just cute? He just has the sweetest little face. Makes me want one for my porch. Okay, so this is going to go in front of that. And then we're going to add our little pumpkin patch sign. And I think I'll just use tissue tape on that too. Our easy tear.
Michelle said your coloring is great.
Oh, thanks, Michelle. I do love to color. But I knew I wouldn't be able to color this one and do it justice if I tried to hurry too fast live. So I just did it ahead of time. So I did this other one thinking I could just pop one out and give it a little more dimension. I still think I want to. I think I'm going to put it over here though. I was planning on putting it right by the pumpkin patch, but I think we're going to put it on the other side.
Mary says looks great.
And super simple. I mean, well, once you get the coloring done, I'll admit the coloring took me a little while. But if you like to color, that's a good thing. You could stamp the pumpkins on orange paper and just cut them out. There are lots of things you could do. I think we need to put one right there. Whoops. Again, there goes my patience with the glue drawing.
What did you use to color?
I used pencils to color this. Pencils are my favorite. Okay, so we're gonna have to put a little bit of foam on this guy because I just can't get it to stick fast enough because I'm live.
Jen said, what a great scene.
Thanks, Jen. All right, of course now I can't get the little backer off. Bear with me, guys. This is a foam dot that I cut down so it doesn't have the little easy tab on it. And I have misplaced my pin for my, oh there it is, for my Burley Arts glue. I'm gonna use the pin to get the little backer off. There we go. Solved two problems in one. Okay, so we'll put this little guy right there.
Michelle
And
said, wow, impressive pencil blending.
oh, thank you so much. Okay, I think we'll put one more with the dot, just because they're kind of blowing all over. Some are closer, some are further away. Okay, good enough. So now we just need to put it on a mat, because like I said, I love mats.
Marlene says super cute.
Thanks, Marlene. And I need a couple more pieces.
Karen says she loves it.
Thanks, Karen. Okay, I think we're ready to add that to our mat. The fun thing too, this big pumpkin stamp, you could do that on a 6x6 card and really go to town on the whole scene. You could use both the girl and the boy scarecrow. You could do a longer fence. You could really have the leaves blowing. You really have a lot of options. And it's also nice for layouts. That would look great on a scrapbook layout. Okay, so now I didn't cut this one smaller than the card. I decided I wanted the blue to show, but I am still going to use one of my card bases because it's right there ready for me. And I just need to add my tape and I think we will be good.
Karen said slim cards too, I bet.
Oh yeah, that would be good on a slimline card. I haven't made a slimline in a little while. I need to make one, I think. It might be on my to-do list for the weekend. I really like slimlines. I just struggle a little bit with photographing them. Okay. So hopefully we can get that lined up without showing all the white. Well, close enough. We're going to call that good. So let's see, we did that one. We did this one, and we did this one, and we used mostly stuff from the inspiration box. So if you are on the fence, on the fence, about the inspiration box, you can take a look, and hopefully that'll help your imagination go wild. What was that?
Move them down a little bit.
Sorry, the tablet paused, so I couldn't see where it was at. Can you see him now?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, really easy. These ones were both like less than 5 minutes. This one is great if you wanted to spend your time coloring. I love to color. I know not everybody does, but this one, it was very relaxing to color it, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, let me flip the camera back. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited that we have such a cute box again this month, and I hope that you will make all kinds of fun things with it, and I will talk to you again next week. Bye.